Okay, so we got this daily overtime. All right, this person works daily overtime. So James gets paid, work 9 hours today. Okay, he gets paid 12.75 per hour. What's his regular earnings? What's his overtime? And I forgot to put what's his total earnings. Total. What's the total he's gonna make? And obviously, this is before taxes. Before they start taking out taxes, all right? So this is before taxes. So the first one is, how do you calculate regular earnings? The regular, right? Is it 9 hours? No, it's not, right? Remember, overtime is 8. And anything after 8 is overtime. Okay, so here you're gonna what? So the regular earnings is 12.75 times 8. Why 8? I mean, different companies will maybe calculate it differently. You just got to find out. All right. So times 8, right? Because sometimes you work for a company for 9 hours, but then 1 hour is lunch break. All right. So they won't give you money for that. It depends. Everybody. So what's 12.75 times 8? Okay. So again, 12.75. So let's go ahead and see if you have your calculator. Okay, 12.75. Where is it? Here it is. Times 8. Because on is that's $102. Okay. So far so good. Okay. So now when you calculate overtime, it's not 12.75. Oh, overtime is time and a half. Sorry, time and a half. So we need to calculate how much is that. All right, you got to do. It's a two-step process. So let's see, Vincent Gutierrez. What's time and a half? Vincent?
I don't really know.
Okay, do you have your notes?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, they're on the notes and we did it last week. Okay, so time and a half, time is 1, and what's a half? So it's 1.5. Okay, so in other words, you're going to get 12.75 times time and a half. All right, your time is 1 and it's a half. So again, use your calculator. So what you're doing right now is you're just calculating how much is overtime being paid, like how much you're getting per hour. Okay, that's it. Some of you guys you did this, but you thought that's how much they were going to get paid. No, you're calculating how much is the hour, every hour. So it's time and a half. So times 1.5. So you're making $19.12, but there's a 5. So because there's a 5, it's going to go $19.13. Okay? See that? So that's per hour. That's your OT per hour. Okay, don't some of you guys were using this number. You can't get $19. That's not overtime, that's per hour. So now you're gonna bring this up, and 1913 times what? Times what? Well, I already have 8 hours that have been accounted for, right? 8 hours was regular, but I worked 9 hours. So how many hours are overtime? Jose, Rachel, anybody? How many times is overtime? If you already worked 8 hours, huh? One, yes. Yell at me. One, right? One. Why? Because 8 plus 1 is 9. He only worked 9 hours right there. So 8 plus 1, so that's $19.13. That's it. So now you could calculate the total earnings. C is $102 plus $19.13. Okay? And what is that? 11, 2, 1. So that's $121.30. I said 30. 13 cents is your total earnings. Okay? Again, as you guys are writing this, let me go ahead and go over it again as I pause the video. Okay? If you know it's a weekly overtime, it's 40 hours per week, right? So if there's 46, you could break it up right now and say, okay, 40 is going to be my regular pay. How many is overtime, Rigo? How many is overtime if she worked 46 hours? Rigo. Remember, huh?
I'm writing it.
Yeah, but you don't have to write. You just got to calculate it. If 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 she worked 46 hours on a 40-hour weekly job and 40 hours is regular pay, right? How many is overtime from the 46? 40 of them have to be regular pay. So how many is overtime? Out of those 46 hours that she worked, how many hours are overtime? Will be considered overtime.
6?
Yeah. How'd you get 6?
You said regular was like 40, right?
Yeah. So 40.
6 hours is overtime.
Yeah. So 40 plus 6 will give you the 46 hours, right? Yeah. So you could do that first and say, okay, let me do that. So now let's go ahead and calculate the regular earnings, right? So A, regular is 1340. Remember, times 40. So 1340 times 40. That's your regular pay. So now if you have a calculator, go ahead and do that. So 1340 times 40. That's $536. Remember, before taxes. All right? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and calculate overtime. Okay. Now remember, overtime is double. Overtime is not $13 per hour. How much is it? It's double overtime. So what do I multiply by? Matthew Armis, what am I going to multiply by the 13 the $13.40 by when we want to calculate the double overtime pay?
Would it still be like 1.5?
Well, remember it's double. So what's double? What's double? Huh?
2.
Yes, very good. Double is 2. So you're going to multiply by 2. Remember, this is only going to give you how much she's going to get paid per hour. All right, so 1340 times 2 is $26.80 per hour. This is overtime. That's your overtime per hour. Okay? But how many did she work? How many hours did she work overtime? Rigo said 6. So you're going to go ahead and go ahead and put this number up. 2680 times how many, Lacey? How many? How many hours of overtime?
6?
Yeah, 6. Okay, because we want to know how much money am I going to make? I'm not going to make $26.80. Yeah, per hour. Hello. Woohoo. I worked 6 hours of overtime. You got to pay me a double overtime. because that's a company policy. So 2680 for every hour times 6. So let's check that out. All right. 2680 times 6. 160.8. What do I have to do? It's 0.8. It's not 8 cents. What do I have to do? Add a what? 0. Right? So you have this, you got this, and now your total earnings, you're going to add these two. Okay? So your total earnings is $536 plus $160.80, which gives me $696 as your total earnings. Total earnings. Because you added your regular pay plus your overtime. Remember, it's double. Okay? And there you go. That's basically it for now. Let's do this, guys. All right, here we go. So remember, weekly overtime, right? So what do you think I'm going to do first? What should you do? Remember, 40 hours. So what are you going to do with all these hours? What do you think you should do? Add them. Yeah, add them. It only makes sense. Let's add them because, so 9 plus 7. So let's go ahead. 9 plus 7 plus 11 plus 6 plus 12 plus 2. All right, so let me go ahead and add them using the calculator. Here we go. 9 plus 7 plus 11 plus 6 plus 12 plus 2. 47 hours total. So he worked 47 hours, right? 47 hours. So remember, it's a weekly. So we're going to break that up to what? How many is regular? Regular pay is 40. If 40 is regular, how much is Joseph Brunel? How much is overtime? 7 OT. Right? That's easy. Okay, 47. All right, now let's do the math. Okay. A, regulars. Regulars right here, 40 at 14.25 per hour. So here we go. So 14.25, right? 14.25 times 40 hours. Okay? 14.25. So again, use your calculator. Use your calculator. 14.25. Okay? 14.25 times 40 times 40. It's a lot. Ooh, $570. $570. Remember, all this is before taxes. Okay. Now, that's this part. Now, your overtime, well, it's not 14.25, right? It's time and a half. So, Matthew Armas, let's go back to you. 14.25 times what? What's time and a half?
1.5.
Right. So this is where you're going to do 1.5 because you want to calculate how much is time and a half? How much is it per hour? So 14.25 times 1.5, which is $21.37, but there's a 5 next to it. So they're going to round it up to $21.38 because of the 5. Okay? Per hour. This is overtime. Okay? We're talking about overtime now. That's per hour. So Embry, how many hours did Bruno work for overtime?
7.
So and they're going to pay you $21.38 every hour. Right? Every hour. So you're going to have to do what? Bring this up here. $21.38 times 7. See that? Times 7, which is, anybody? Drum roll.
It's 149.66.
They are perfect, right? It worked out nicely. $149.66. This is your overtime. Overtime. This is your regular. Okay? So now what's your total earnings? You got to add these two, right? Little smiling face right there. So that's 570.00 plus 149.66, right? And that's what? 6, 6, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5, 6, 7. So your total earnings before taxes is that. Okay, so that's your total earnings. Your total earnings. And that's it, guys. Remember, we're doing the same thing as the daily, but now we're just calculating the overtime. Okay, and that's all right. So now the next one, Flavio earns $15.10 per hour. He works 52 hours this week. He gets triple overtime. All right, that's good. All right, so number one, let's check out the hours. How much is, we have 52. How much is regular and how much is OT? Let me pick on Anna. Anna, how much is regular out of the 52 hours? 40. And how much is overtime? 12. Very good. Good job. Because 40 plus 12 is 52. Now, Davin, if we're working on regular, 40 hours, we're going to put 1510 times what? Davin. 40. Not 52, right? No, because we broke it up. So 40. So if you have your calculator, go ahead. I'll do it. 1510 times 40. $604. Ooh, $604 before taxes. Remember, before taxes, $604. All right, and I'll put. All right, now B, we want overtime. Well, it's 12, but it's not 12 times 1510. That's regular pay. You want triple that. So 1510, triple. What's triple, Desiree? Times 3. Oh, shoot. So for every hour, you're going to get triple overtime. So 1510 times 3 is $45.03. But what do I need to put? It's not 3 cents. It's what? 30 cents per hour. Per hour. See that? That's per hour. Am I done? No, that's per hour. I still need to calculate the 12. I want 12 of these puppies right here. Right? So again, I'm going to go ahead and put 45.30 times what? Let's see. Adriana times what? 45.30 times how many hours? Overtime. 12. Very good. 12. So now again, see how easy it is? And then you use your calculator. A lot of kids don't know this, guys, because a lot of kids never took business math. Times 12, $543.06. $543.06, but it's not 6 cents. It's what? 60 cents. So that's your OT, right? So now you want your total. Okay, so your total is this plus this. Those two added together. So I'm going to go ahead and put C right here. I'm going to put 604 plus 543.60 cents, which gives me 7,411. So 1,147.60 is your over total earnings. Okay. Again, before what, everybody? Before what? Taxes.